Coming up, some children affected by the flood get an early Christmas.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. For flood survivors living at Mine-Made Adventure Park in Knott County, Christmas came early on Monday. Several groups joined together to bring hundreds of toys to children living there. WYMT's Keaton Hall has more.
A visit from Santa and tables of toys for flood survivors living at Mine-Made Adventure Park.
Well, I got some for my nieces and nephews. I got some dolls and some Legos, which they'll love, and I got a couple things for my son.
Katrina Jacobs had to move into a trailer at Mine-Made after she lost her home in the flood.
I not only lost my home, I lost my mother and my stepdad to the flood, and you know, it's been a hard time, but things like this, you know, kind of lift my spirits up to know that there's still, you know, help in the world, you know.
Helping to lift the spirits and providing the toys is Global Empowerment Mission. They've been working with local groups like J.M. Slos's church to distribute aid.
And we've been working together since July. She's supplied us with several tractor and trailers of goods. We've had mattresses. Now we have toys. She's been a good right arm for the whole area, and I thank God for her.
Kimberly Bentley has been working in the mountains frequently since the flood.
We're global, but Kentucky is a special place in our heart, and the folks here are so resilient. And, you know, since July, working with great churches and organizations, we're able to send pallets of aid, and they pay it forward to where it's most needed.
Paying it forward to folks who deserve it.
Oh, we're blessed. I feel, you know, to have somewhere to go that we're not, you know, homeless.
In total Monday, Jim had enough toys to provide 65 families with gifts. In Knott County, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Helping to provide the food tonight was Kate's Food Tent. They will be providing free meals tomorrow in the Jerry Wicker Law Office parking lot in Hindman. The meal service, cooked by Operation Barbecue Relief, begins at noon.
Continuing to watch a quiet night throughout the region tonight. However, big changes are on the way toward the second half of next week. Here's a look outside right now, overlooking Triangle Park here in Hazard. All is quiet and it's pretty cold, 30 degrees. The current reading here in Hazard. There's a look from Moorhead, where it is chilly and rather almost spooky looking at this hour with no cars on I-64. Satellite and radar is all quiet. Maybe a flurry out there, but I'm not entirely sure those are reaching the ground. Temperatures remain chilly as we head through tonight, already in those low 30s to upper 20s, and we'll continue to see those temperatures fall heading into the overnight. So a chilly one out there tonight, temperatures in the 20s with some mostly cloudy skies in place. And in a few minutes, I'll have the details on our big late week storm and whether it could affect Christmas travel in a few minutes. Steve?
And unfortunately, it just gets colder. Evan, thank you. The Housing Development Alliance has made progress on 8 homes that are part of the Higher Ground project, and they plan to continue through these cold temperatures. The project came a few months after the July flood and includes plans for 16 new houses that will be for flood survivors. HDA Executive Director Scott McReynolds says their workers build through all kinds of weather.
We have a really tough carpenter crew, and they work when it's 100 degrees and they work when it's 10 degrees. Now, you know, obviously you got to take a few precautions. They bundle up.
HDA staff say they worry about pipes getting exposed after the flood, which could be dangerous when these temperatures drop, especially what's coming this weekend. Well, in Breathitt County, warming shelters are expected to open ahead of the expected blast of winter later this week. Many people there, of course, lost everything during the flood, and shelters like these are a lifeline for many right now. Grayson Passmore went to Breathitt County to find out more about their impact.
The Russo Volunteer Fire Department multi-purpose building has been transformed into Santa's workshop. They've already been able to help more than 600 kids this holiday season, and they're ready to help many more.
I gave the last 2 heaters away today, matter of fact, and had a couple more come in after.
5 months after the flood, and Breathitt County Judge Executive Jeff Noble is still trying to get help to the many in need. Right now, his main concern is the upcoming brutal stretch of winter weather and anyone living without heat.
So many people trying to get back in their home, and it's not, some of them not even insulated, just got rooms boxed in, and when it ain't too cold, you don't worry about it, but when it gets cold like it's getting, and gonna get this weekend, single digits, that's dangerous, and now you're got family's life you're worried about.
Which is why there will be 3 different warming centers open Thursday through Christmas Eve. One here at the Russo Fire Community Building, where everything in the room, from the presents, food, furniture, and even camper trailers, has been donated from all over the country. Just Monday morning, volunteer firefighters delivered a trailer to a man living in a makeshift camper in the River Caney area. Without it, he most likely would have frozen to death this upcoming weekend.
And knowing people freezing, that's a tough pill to swallow.
In Breathitt County, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
The warming centers there in Breathitt County are open from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. Thursday through Christmas Eve. You are asked to call ahead if you plan to go. You can call the police department at 606-666-2424. Wolfe County Emergency Management is also opening warming centers. The Wolfe County Senior Citizens Building will be open. Operation hours for the center will be from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. The senior citizens staff ask for people coming after those hours to call the dispatch number, which is 606-668-6757. Now, as we learn about other warming centers opening up, and I'm sure there will be more, we'll update this story on WYMT.com. Harlan County Public Schools opened its doors one last time before Christmas for students and families to pick up a $120 Save-A-Lot gift card. They were sent to the school system from an anonymous donor through Save the Children for every student, grades pre-K through 8th.
This is an awesome thing for our community and for our students and families, especially with inflation and the price of everything, and our local economy is not the strongest, so it right before the holidays provides much needed relief for our families.
Around 2,500 kids received a gift card, providing the Harlan County Public School System with around $300,000 in gift cards. The holidays can look a little different for those in recovery, but staff with the Volunteers of America Mid-State's Freedom House are looking to offer the women and children living there a Christmas they will never forget. During the last several weeks, staff, the mothers, and the little ones living there have taken part in crafts, watched Christmas movies, and went on special outings to get everyone in the Christmas spirit. Staff say they want to provide a memorable Christmas experience for everyone staying there.
We really want to do things that we would do in our own family. We don't want to make them feel any different, so we really try to involve them in any community event. They have a competition to where they decorate their doors. We decorated the house. The kids are going to wake up on Christmas morning and have presents from Santa, just like my kids are going to wake up on Christmas morning and have presents from Santa.
Volunteers of America Mid-States is also working to provide items for the women and children staying at the Freedom House through its annual Hope for the Holidays campaign, which encourages everyone to donate hygiene items, toys, clothes, and other essentials to the Freedom House. New at 11, Eastern Kentucky University released a statement in regards to a threat to the school. State police arrested Patrick Hall over the weekend. Police say the Pike County man threatened to blow up EKU after his son was academically suspended from the university. Now, EKU released a statement this evening saying they were made aware of the threat December 12th. EKU police took swift action. The threat was assessed and the EKU campus was deemed safe. They say any threat to the campus community is taken seriously. Richmond police are searching for a suspect in connection to a shooting in Madison County. Police say one person was shot in the leg on McWhorter Court. They were found nearby on Turpin Drive. They were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Police say they do have a suspect they are looking for, but have not released their name. A Southern Kentucky man is accused of assaulting a deputy. The Knox County Sheriff's Office says 34-year-old Daniel Dean ran off while a deputy was executing a warrant. A deputy chased him and caught him. Dean allegedly hit the deputy and tried to hit him with a metal object. Deputies also found meth, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia on him. He's facing charges including wanton endangerment and assault on an officer. The outbreak of respiratory viruses affecting kids across the country has caused a run on some children's medicines. And two of the country's biggest pharmacy chains, CVS and Walgreens, have responded. They announced today they will limit purchases of children's pain relief products. Walgreens will allow 6 over-the-counter purchases, while CVS will allow customers to buy just 2 pain relief products, either online or in person. CVS says it also is working with its suppliers to meet the demand. After appealing the defamation lawsuit she lost earlier this month, Amber Heard has ultimately decided to settle her legal drama with ex-husband and Kentucky native Johnny Depp. Depp had sued Heard for defamation after she wrote a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post. Heard said in her statement her decision to settle is not an act of concession. The actress said she had lost faith in the American legal system, and Heard alleges, quote, abundant direct evidence that corroborated her testimony was excluded from the case. She added that, quote, popularity and power mattered more than reason and due process. Heard also said in her statement that even if her U.S. appeal is successful, the best outcome would be a retrial, and she said she simply cannot go through that for a third time. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, the January 6th committee says 4 criminal charges should be filed against former President Trump for his role in the Capitol riot.
Plus, models continue to try to hone in on our late week forecast, the latest on bitter cold and the chance for snow. Coming up after this.